Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Donkey of the day for Tuesday, July 21st goes to CPAC chairman and Trump advisor Matt Schlapp. Now, I want to take this time this morning to discuss with you cultural blind spots. We all have them. Most of the time we have them because what we think we know about other people is something we haven't experienced. It may be from something we read, something we saw in media, on TV or film, heard on the radio, just observed in passing. We all make these assumptions about people. And what's dangerous about assumptions is when a set of assumptions about something becomes common knowledge, it forms a stereotype. And some stereotypes are positive, some are negative, some are just dangerous, some are straight up bigoted and prejudiced. For example, black men have bigger penises. That's a positive stereotype. Positive stereotype for black men, negative stereotype for the women that believe that, but then find out that's not true. Okay, the dumb blonde, the attractive blonde woman, that's stupid as hell. I don't know who reinforced that on TV in your generation, but Kelly Bundy reinforced it in mine. Okay, the dumb blonde, that was just stupid. All right, white men not being able to jump. They did a whole movie about it. Okay, how about white people not being able to dance, lacking rhythm? Okay, may not be a stereotype if it's true, but it's definitely some Caucasians out there who can dance, word to Justin Timberlake. All I'm simply saying is stereotypical tropes are a thing. Well, yesterday on Fox News, on a show Harris Faulkner was hosting, Matt Schlapp was debating with a queen. Johns Hopkins University professor Wendy Osefo. Drop on the clues bombs for Wendy Osefo. Wendy and I have done mental health discussions before at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. Great discussions. I enjoyed building with her, and I'm glad she existed on this panel yesterday because there is a stereotypical trope that black men get labeled often that she corrected. Now, Matt and Wendy were discussing Donald Trump and his interview with Chris Wallace. The discussion turned to Joe Biden and his cognitive skills, or lack thereof. And this is when Matt let his stereotypical trope about a black man fly. Let's hear it and pay attention after you hear it to hear what happened and how Wendy responded.
Joe Biden is essentially trying to duck and cover, not have a full campaign, hang out in his house, and none of us are able to really see what he's got. He ought to take an hour and answer all the tough questions, and he ought to release his schedule every day that shows that he's full all day long with events. Instead, we see a speech here or there. He does interviews. He did an interview with a rap star, and he couldn't even get through that without a big foible on the "You Ain't Black." So I think the problem is Joe Biden is not running a fully energetic, real campaign.
Wendy Osefo, I want to get your response to this.
What we want to hear is facts. What are you going to do for those individuals who have lost family members due to the pandemic? What are you going to do to ensure that we do not have another issue like George Floyd within our police departments? That's what we want to hear. And when, Biden made the comment about African Americans, that was not a rap star. That was Charlamagne the God, who's a nationally syndicated radio host. I know he's a black man, so you may think he's a rapper, but he's not.
Drop on the clues bombs for Wendy Osefo again. Thank God for black women. What would Black Panther be without the Dora Milaje? My God. There's something about a black woman getting somebody together on behalf of black people. Because what Wendy did wasn't for me. That was for us. Okay? Educating Matt Schlapp in that moment in real time is exactly what needs to happen. Remember last week when I said if Nick Cannon was going to attempt to have a conversation about his assumptions of the Jewish community, he should have it with a Jewish scholar or rabbi, someone from that community who can correct his mistakes when he says something wrong, who can correct him if he says something they deem anti-Semitic. That's what Wendy Osefo was for Matt Schlapp in that moment. See, rapper is a stereotypical trope that successful black men get labeled all the time because for whatever reason, when some white people do see us, if they see us at all, they can't see us as anything else. I mean, I'm clearly too short to be labeled a basketball player. So the only way I could be in first class on a flight or on your TV talking to a presidential candidate is because I rap. This happens to me all the time. I've seen so many of these mainstream. I know it happens to you, Envy. You got confused for Drake. I've seen so many of these mainstream white publications label me a rapper. I've been on flights and have had white people ask me, do I rap? Do I do music? I always reply, I'm a proctologist. And did I make a fart sound? Okay, I'm serious. But I'm not going to call Matt Schlapp a racist. For what? I'm going to just say he has a cultural blind spot. Okay, I can't fault him for what he doesn't know. Plus, I used to really rap back in the day. Nothing serious, but I had a bar or two. And if all black people look alike to him, then hell, maybe we all look like rappers to him. Plus,
Tell him your rap name,
rap.
son. Tell him your rap name, son.
I don't have a rap name.
You had one.
Maybe he's just familiar with the song "Black Men Don't Cheat," and that's where he knew you from.
No, that's not true. My rap name used to be Dizzy Van Winkle. But listen, I love rap. Rap music has saved a lot of lives, took a lot of brothers and sisters out of the ghetto, made a lot of brothers entrepreneurs, and has provided a lot of jobs for a lot of black and brown people. So being referred to as a rap star, I would call that a positive stereotype, but a stereotype nonetheless. And the moral of the story is, contrary to this Caucasian's culturally clueless belief, all black men you see on TV are not rappers and athletes. And you should never assume that. Because, Matt, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, because that's how it's spelled. Please let Chelsea Handler give Matt Schlapp the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.